Welcome to Maths with Parvo. In today's lesson, I shall be discussing a question from January 2021, Paper 2, Question 6. This is the question. It's based on trigonometry, and it's about trigonometric identities and also solving equations. Let's begin. So the first part of the question is about solving or showing this equation that they have, the identity that they have given us, left-hand side, and we're supposed to show that this entire equation can be written as this. So the first step that I'm going to do is we're going to rewrite 3 sine theta cosine theta, leave that on the left-hand side, like this. And then I'm going to write 5 tan theta as we know that tan theta is equal to sine theta over cosine theta. So I'm going to rewrite tan theta as sine theta over cosine theta. And then I'm going to cross multiply this expression, that is 2 sine theta minus 1. I'm going to multiply that with 5 tan theta, while I replace tan theta as sine theta over cosine theta. So here we have the left-hand side of the equation, which is 3 sine theta cosine theta. Then we have the right-hand side, 5 tan theta, I'm going to write as 5 sine theta over cosine theta. And then I'm going to multiply that by 2 sine theta minus 1. I hope that part is clear. Now, let's talk about the next step. I'm going to now multiply, I'll just clear all of this up, maybe. I'm going to now multiply, cross multiply basically, take the cosine theta up. If I do that, I'm going to end up with 3 cosine theta into cosine squared theta is equal to, and I'm going to expand this bracket that I have here, 5 sine t into 2 sine t. That's going to be 5 times 2 is 10, sine t into sine t is sine squared t. And then I have 5 sine t into minus 1, which is minus 5 sine t. All right? So I have that. Now I have rewritten this equation as 3 sine theta t cosine squared t equals 10 sine squared t minus 5 sine t. Now, I may have failed to mention that I'm going to let t be equal to this symbol theta, because it's just easier for me to type it. All right, so t is equal to theta. Theta is what we refer to as the angle. So here we go. Our equation has now been reduced to 3 sine t cosine squared t minus 10 is equal to 10 sine squared t minus 5 sine t. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this cosine squared t as 1 minus sine squared t. We all know from the identities that we have, we know that cosine squared of anything, right, is equal to 1 minus sine squared of anything. So cosine squared of t is equal to 1 minus sine squared of t. So now our left-hand side is going to be 3 sine t into 1 minus sine squared t, and our right-hand side remains the same. All right, so I hope you're okay up to now. So this is now where we are at, and this is what we have to now simplify. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this bracket. This bracket that I have on the left-hand side, I'm going to expand it. So when I expand it, what do I have? If I expand this, I have 3 times sine t is 3 sine t. Then I have got 3, let me bring the highlighter to help you. Right, spotlight. So 3 sine t is 3 sine t. 3 sine t into minus sine square t is minus 3 sine cube t. And the right-hand side remains the same. Then I'm going to let the left-hand side be 0 and move everything to the other side, to the right-hand side. So here I have 3 sine t minus 3 sine cube t. I'm going to move that to the right-hand side. So if I move to the right-hand side, I end up with 3 sine cube t on the right-hand side. Then I have the 10 sine square t that remains the same. And then I have the 3 sine t, which becomes, when I take it to the right-hand side, it will be a minus 3 sine t. And this becomes basically 0 because I'm taking it to the right-hand side. So if I take the minus 3 sine cube t to the right-hand side, it becomes a plus 3 sine cube t, and my left-hand side is going to remain 0. So now what I have is I have 3 sine cube t on the right-hand side plus 10 sine square t. The minus 5 sine t and the minus 3 sine t become minus 8 sine t, and that's what I'm supposed to prove. That is, my whole intention is to prove this inequality, right? So that is done. I hope that you understood my explanation. Now let's move on to the part B of this question. Let me just clear everything I have so that will make it easier. Okay, so here we go. Let's move on to the part B of this question. Let's see what they have here for part B. So here they say, hence solve for x between minus pi over 4 and pi over 4. All right, okay. Now let's see what we have. So we have x's between minus pi over 4 and pi over 4. And this is what we are supposed to solve. This. Now this is very similar to what we had in part A, except that they have replaced theta by 2x. All right. So starting with our inequalities, or the range, that the domain that we are given, since x is between minus pi over 4 and pi over 4, we are interested now in 2x. So I multiply everything by 2. So if I multiply everything by 2, minus pi over 4 into 2 will be minus pi over 2. X into 2 will be 2x, right? And pi over 4 into 2 is going to give us pi over 2. So my new range is going to be this. Minus pi over 2 is from, 2x is from minus pi over 2 to pi over 2. Now, I'm going to call 2x y. All right, I'm going to call 2x y, and I'm going to say that y is from minus pi over 2 to pi over 2. Now let's look at what we have. We have this expression where we know that we can rewrite whatever we've been given before as 3 sine cube t plus 10 sine squared t minus 8 sine t. Now here I'm going to say that y is equal to sine t. If y is equal to sine t, then my equation now becomes 0 is equal to 3 times, if y is sine t, then sine cube is going to be y cubed. And then I have plus 10 y squared. And then I have minus 8y. Now I'm going to take off a y from everything. So I end up with 3y squared plus 10y minus 8. All right. Then if I decide to factorize that, 3y squared plus 10y minus 8 becomes 3y minus 2 into y plus 4. Now remember, I have this equation 0 is equal to y into 3y minus 2 into y plus 4. So y is equal to 0. Each of these, if I equate to 0, I have 3y minus 2 equals 0. So 3y is equal to 2. So y is equal to 2 over 3. And I also have y plus 4 is equal to 0. So y is equal to minus 4. So now I have these three values for y. 0, 2/3 and minus 4. But my y is actually what? It is sine t. So I have sine t is equal to 0, 2/3 and minus 4. Now, I'm going to rewrite this actually as 2x because this might confuse you all with the other y that we have. So I'm just going to leave this like this. Now, since y is 0, 2/3 and minus 4, but we have already established that y is actually sine of t. So therefore, sine of t is equal to 0, 2/3 and minus 4. Now we know that sine of t cannot be minus 4. So I'm going to just forget about that value because sine has got a range from minus 1 to 1. Therefore, if you want to find out t, either sine of t is equal to 0. If sine of t is equal to 0, then t is equal to sine inverse 0. Sine inverse 0 we know is 0 in the range from minus pi over 2 to pi over 2. But we know that sine of t is the same as t being 0, means that we know that t is equal to 2x. Therefore, if t is equal to 0 and t is equal to 2x, then we know that 2x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 0. So that is my solution for x. Then the next thing I know is that sine of t is also equal to, so sine of t equals 0 and sine of t is equal to 2/3. If sine of t is 2/3, then I'm going to have that t is equal to sine inverse of 2/3, which is 0.729. But we already know that t is equal to 2x. So if t is equal to 2x, then 2x is equal to 0.7927. And therefore, x is equal to 0.365. Now, I hope you understood my explanation. Please send me a note if you don't, and I can give you a further explanation. Thank you for watching this video, and goodbye for now. Till my next video for Maths with Paru. Thank you.